my YouTube channel Ayurveda Basking. As you know, nowadays BMS second prof examination are going on, and our exam for theory paper is already finished, and now is the time for the Viva. And we are uploading some very important topic videos. For example, in exam I have uploaded some MCQ series, and in this practical session, according to the NCSM pattern, the syllabus analysis, and how we have to do our practical. Okay, so actually I have already uploaded one video regarding this Dravyaguna, but since in that video I have only given the superficial information about the topic and all, and in this video I am going to give you a very brief and a very clear idea about this exam. Day after tomorrow or today after my Dravya exam is there, and hope so who is having the practical for tomorrow, day after tomorrow, this video is going to be very beneficial for all those students. And let's start. Okay, so in here I have already added the essential pictures of very important drug, and along with that in our exam case scenarios are there, so I have written the important case scenario, and then Mishra Gana, along with that pH and specific gravity. So all this point are there. If video will be so long, then it may be coming in two part. Okay, let's start our video. First of all, the first question is about the drug, and there are actually 15 dry drug, and 15 will be the wet drug, and total will be given 30 minutes, 1 minute per question, and 30 marks will be the marks. So in our syllabus actually they have given the heading. For example, for root you have to give one a specimen. For leaf, one specimen will be there. From galls, one specimen will be there. So through that points I have collected the most important drug through our practical, because in our practical also in Dravya record, as of you have completed your Dravya record now. So in that record, in organoleptic character practical, we have done this practical, like which plant we are using the root part, which plant we are using the fruit part. So according to that, and according to given in NCSM syllabus, I have collected this all data. So let's start. First portion is the root. For root, the first important drug is our that ashwagandha, and here you can see this images, and this is the root of ashwagandha. You can see it's somewhat brownish color, and it is like fibrous root. When you try to break it, it will not break easily, otherwise it will bend or something like that. Then its botanical name is Withenia somnifera, and you have to know botanical name and family for all the drug, and I have uploaded 1 or 2 paper sheet of botanical name and family on our Telegram channel. So you can download that 1 or 2 pages, or you can take print of that and try to remember it, because in Viva they can also ask. And if in sporting, if any plant is there, then the first heading will be always the botanical name and family, and this family is the Solanaceae, and it is the Tikta Rasa, Ushna Virya and Madhura. So whenever there is a question, so there will be a sub question from that part. For example, and they will asking like what is the dose, what is the Ame ka prayoga, what will be the one important formulation, what is the Vipaka, what is the Virya. So for ashwagandha you have to remember it is a Tikta Rasa. Okay, so generally we will think, oh, Tikta Rasa, it should be Shita Virya, or it is a Katu Vipaka, but it is not happening here. It is a Tikta Rasa, it is a Ushna Virya and Madhura Rasa. And root churna we are using 3 to 5 gram is the dose, and it is a substitute for kakoli and sheer kakoli. It is an important point. Kakoli and sheer kakoli is 2 of the ashtavarga. Now when they are not available, we are using instead of this ashwagandha. Second, your important drug is this plant, that is Shatavari root. As you can see, this two may be confusing for all of you. So if you have sample pics, you can continuously watch and study their Grahya Lakshana, so that you can easily identify. And its name is Asparagus racemosus, Asparaceae family, and it is having Samanya Pratyarapta, Madhura Rasa, Shita Virya, Madhur Vipaka, and it is a Vata and Pitta Shamak drug is there. Then next is your it's phytochemical, so it is having shatavari 1 to 4, cystosterol is there, and it's ameka prayoga, it's known as a shatavari sanyavardhan paste triturated with the milk, taken with the milk. Then important formulation is shatavari gharita and shatavari modak, and type, there are two types are there. First type is your shatavari and mahashatavari, so it is important. Okay, so you should remember this point also. Next is your third important plant is Chitrika root, and this is the root of the Chitrika plant, and botanical name is Plumbago zelenica. And you know, like which plant is toxic, you have to remember the Shodhana process. So try to learn the Shodhana process of Chitrika. It is purified in the lime water, and its three variety are available: Shweta, Rakta and Neela. Next plant is this Mangista, and you know Mangista, how you can identify, whenever you see the root of Mangista, there will be this circular canal in roots. Okay, so this is a characteristic feature you can easily identify. Oh, this is, and sometimes it's a brownish reddish color also. So its botanical name is Rubia cordifolia, as you can see, and family is Rubiaceae, and its rasa is Kashaya rasa, Katu Vipaka, Ushna Virya. It's a Pitta Kapahara. Still it is a Kashaya rasa, but it's a Ushna Virya. Generally we will think na Kashaya or Shita Virya, but no, Kashaya is Ushna Virya in this Mangista, and the Kalpana uses is Kvata 60 to 100 ml. Mangista you have to triturate it with honey and can use for Vranga and that freckles on the face, and it is also useful in Pittaja Meha, decoction of Mangista with Chandana. An important phytochemical is mangistine, purpurine and pseudopurpurine. Next is your musta. Musta actually we are using the tuber. Okay? Root tuber is botanical name is Cyprus rotundus, Cypressaceae family, and it's like rasa panchka is a tikta rasa, katu vipaka and shita virya, and it is a pitta kapahara. Then in diarrhea you can take Mangista decoction along with honey, and we can use it churna phone 1 to 3 gram, Kvata 50 to 100 ml. And the important phytochemicals are cyperine, cyperone and beta rotunol. Variety are musta and nagramosa. You know that variety, adulterant, substitute, you just study this point for your practical, because they are the important point, and sometimes we forget, so having more chance to come in the exam. So don't confuse between the musta and Mangista rasa panchika. Mangista is your Kashaya rasa, musta is tikta rasa, and both having a katu vipaka, but Mangista is somewhat having the pitta, like it's having some ushna character, that's why its over access should not be recommended, and its dose is also less, 1 to 3 gram. But your musta is having the 1 to 3 gram as well as dose, and it is a Shita Virya, and both is like Pitta and Kapha Samna. Next is your Vatsanava, very important. Out of this toxic plant like Vatsanapa and Bhallatka, one will be surely there, and you can see, you can easily identify this Vatsanapa root. And I have one specimen also. It's somewhat like this kind of, and somewhat big structure with this rough surface, and its botanical name is Aconitum parox, belong from the Ranunculaceae family. Is rasa panchika is, it is a madhura rasa, ushna virya, madhur vipaka, and having the property like tikshna, vikasi, vevai, like vishaguna. Its dose is very less, since it is it is a toxic plant, and it's a cardiotoxic specifically. 30 to 62.5 milligram. You know which drug is having a less dose or some special thing, you just remember that point. And in this PPT I have included all those points, because that is the point examiner can strike you, or he can ask from that portion. So since it is a toxic, so its dose is very less, 30 to 62.5 milligram, and its phytochemical that is responsible for its toxic action is aconitin, pseudoaconitin is there, chasmoaconitin is there. Again is Shodhana. His Shodhana is put in the Gomutra for 3 days, and every day change the Gomutra and keep that vessel in the sunlight. Second is you can do the Svedana in Potali through the milk 3 to 6 hours, and his antidote is Tankana. Next is important root is this Yashti Madhu. You can see this is the root of Yashti Madhu, somewhat dry whitish color, licorice we called in English. And its rasa panchka is Madhura rasa, Shita Virya, Madhur Vipaka. Again it is a Vata Pitta Shama, Glycyrrhiza glabra, Fabaceae family. And this Ameka Prayoga, you can use it in the Swasa. Rice milk processed with the Yashti Madhu is given with the ghee. Then in Hikka, you can take the Avapedeka Nasa of mixture of Yashti with honey is good in Hikka. And this Churna is 1 to 3 gram. If you use more than 3 gram, then it can cause Vamana also. Chemical important chemicals are licocomerin, camphiro, licorice, and Yashti Adi Kashaya, Madhukadi Gritam. Try to remember the formulations also. Like sometime what happen, if any drug came, then we can easily write, oh, Ashoka Gritam or Vidangadi Telam, like that. But some drug is having some specific formulation, so try to remember that. For example, this Kumari aloe vera is having Rajya Parvartani, one of the widely used tablet form, so try to remember those important formulation. Okay, so two variety are there, Yashti Madhu and Klitantika, and its adulterant is root of Glycyrrhizia uralinens and Abrus pictoris. And as you know, our Agda is over, so Abrus pictoris is your Gunja. So Yashti Madhu's adulterant is Gunja. It's an important point. Okay, so next come the rhizome. From this rhizome, I have taken the 4 important drug, and in syllabus like these are the more important 4 drug, and from this root also I have taken the most important that can come from the root part. There are other also, but these are the most important. Try to at least see all the botanical name and picture of all those drug, but these are the most important that can be directly come. So first is our Haridra. As you can see, this is our Haridra. It's like a orangish yellow color, and it's a rhizome. Then its synonyms is Yoshita Priya, Nishakyam, Kanchani and Ranjani. Rasa Panchka, it's a Tikta Rasa Katu Vipaka and Ushna Virya, and it is a Kapha Pitta Shamak. So since it is a Pitta Shamak and having the Ushna Virya, because it is Pitta Shamak due to its Tikta Rasa. Okay, and its botanical name is Curcuma longa, Zanzibarese family, and Ameka Prayoga is Prameha, Haridra and Amalki is used. Then in Vata Rakta, Kwatha of Haridra with Amrita is given, and its dose is Chuna 2 to 4 grams, Savrasa 10 to 20 ml. Curcumin is there, and curcuminoids, Haridra Khanda, Haridradi Lepa, important formulation. 4 type of Haridra are there: Haridra, Amra Haridra, Vana Haridra, Daru Haridra. And its purification is, you have to keep your Haridra in a Bija Pura Rasa and Kanji, and adding with the 10 gram of lime, then like immersed in this liquid, then kept this vessel on the heat, and after that do the Svedna and the Tila Tela and Gandhakadyam, then your Haridra will be purified. Second important is Katuki. This is the sample of Katuki. I have shown the picture you. And the Rasa Panchka is Tikta Katur Shita Virya, Pitta Kapha Shamak. Decoction, it is good for Stanya Shodhan, so root decoction is used. And its adulterant is root of Lagotis glauca, Pycorrhiza curua is the botanical name, and Scrophulariaceae is the family, and somewhere like Plantagenesis is also given. And you know, it's one of the major drug in our very important formulation that we have studied in R&B. You have to comment the answer, what is that formulation that is having a one of the major phytochemical as Katuki. Okay, then in Haridroga, specifically Pittaja Haridroga, Kalka of this Katuki and Yashti Madhu is given with the sugar, and the chemical important is picroside 1, picroside 2 and Kutekin. And next is, oh, I have already written the answer, you can see from here also, but you can comment with another formulation other than this also. But Arogya Vardhan is one of the important formulation that is given in R&B, and 22 part of ingredient is our Katuki. For Virechana Arthai, we have to take it 3 to 6 gram. So if you have to take Katuki as a Shamana, you have to give lesser dose than the 3 gram. Next is your Shundi. Its synonym is Avak Chhatrakam Shringi Veram Vishwa, Zanzibarum officinale, Zanzibarese family. Then this is some of the important formulation. Along with that their Kalpana form, and this dose you can see Churna dose is 750 milligram to 1.5 gram. Since ginger is usually used in kitchen and all, but its dose is very less. Okay, these are the important points. And the last rhizome important is Vacha. As you see, this is the image of the Vacha. I will zoom for you, and I have already shared these photos to you, so you can easily study. And its Prabhava is Medhya Karma. Rasa Panchka is Katu Rasa, Katu Vipaka, Ushna Virya, Kapha Vatahara, Ecorus Calamus, Ecoraceae, and this is the important. Don't forget the varieties, adulterant and substitute of a drug. So here the varieties Vacha and Shweta Vacha. Next come the stem. In stem already two specimen are there, so surely one of this will be there in your exam definitely. One is guduchi and second is ashti shangla. So guduchi is I think like very important, very famous drug that have more chance to come in Dravya exam. Botanical name Tyrannospora cordifolia, so don't forget this guduchi. Menispermaceae family, Tiktarasa, Madhur Vipaka, Ushnavirya, Tridosha Shamak, and this is all the important pi I have written here. Then I will share this PDF, you can watch it and learn it, because these are the point when you don't learn by yourself you can't get it. Okay, second stem important plant which we are using stem as a official part is Ashti Shangla, Madhur Rasa, Madhur Vipaka and Ushna Virya. Okay, generally what we will see, Madhur Rasa, Madhur Vipaka will be Shita Virya, but it's a Ushna Virya. Vata Kapahara, and its Shavrasa dose is 10 to 20 ml. Triterpenoids are there, then amirones are there, Cycus quadrangularis and Vitaceae family. Next come for leaf, and leaf we are using this Kumari, Vasha and Mesha Shringi. So out of these, one specimen surely will be there in your exam. Is Rasa Panchka Sikta Katu Shita, and it's having a Bhedana Prabhava. Don't forget this. Okay, botanical name is aloe vera, Asphodelaceae family. And these are the substitute like adulterant and synonym, and Rajapravartini, one of the important formulation of this Kumari. Next come this Vasha. Vasha is very important actually, and here I think generally every time there will be Vasha specimen, so don't forget the leaf of the Vasha, and it's having Agra Karma of a Rakta Pitta. Okay, Vrisha, Rakta Pitta. Vrisha is a synonym of Vasha, and its botanical name is Adathoda vasica, Acanthaceae family. All the important point I have written here is substitute is Adathoda beddomi, and the conventional method to identify this, generally what happened in Vasha, the secondary nerve is always more than 10 and beddomi is less than 10, so we can easily count this and we can easily count this and identify which is beddomi, which is Adathoda vasica. Third specimen for leaves is this Meshishangi, Gymnema sylvestre. If it is not available in your area, then out of this two will be coming for the leaf portion. Okay, next is flower. From the flower, first plant we have to remember is Dhatki. So Dhatki Pushpa. In our college actually one plant is also there, but this is the dry specimen, and this we are using Pushpa, Kashaya Rasakatu Vipaka Shita Virya Pitta Kapha Shamka and Woodfordia fruticosa Lythraceae family. Churna is 1 to 3 gram. Gallic acids are there, elagic acid, and these are the synonym. Second important is this lavanga. And lavanga, you have to remember we are using the pushpa kalik as you saw in the images. Flower bud of lavanga, Katu Rasa, Katu Vipaka, Shita Virya, Kapha Pittahara, and these are some of the Amik Pruga I have written. Mukha Vaishyadhyam and inflammation. Botanical name is Cesium aromatics and Myrtaceae. You have to comment me one of the plant that belong to same family Myrtaceae and its Agra Karma is dash Vata Jananam. Like it will increase the Vata. You have to comment me the botanical name of that plant. Okay, is adulterant is very important for lavanga. Is adulterant is mother clove, brown clove, stalk or exhausted clove which don't have any essential oil. Next important plant for flower is kesara, like kumkuma. In kumkuma we are using the kesar part of a flower, and its botanical name is Crocus sativus, Iridaceae family. Only this is the single drug from Iridaceae family we are using in our Dravya study drug, and its churna we are using 125 to 500 milligrams since it is a very less dose, so it can come for your exam. Okay, its adulterant is Catha remus tinctorius. Next is I'm not going to study saying all this point. When you get this PPT you can study. I am saying the important point from all this. Okay, next in fruit actually I think 10 and or more there, and I have written here the most important thing. First this maricha. As you see, maricha's dose is 500 milligram to 1 gram. Don't forget this dose. Okay, then Yavaneshtam is important synonym, is adulterant is Vidanga. And in one question there will be Grahya Agrahya. So in exam in syllabus it is given two bowls are there, and we have to separate the Vidanga and Maricha as Grahya and Agrahya, because for Maricha the adulterant is Vidanga. For Vidanga, the other adulterant is given. For Maricha is Vidanga. Then this is Pippali, and this is our Bhallatka. It is also important. Samicarpa, Senacardia, Menacardiaceae family. And the important is synonym. Along with that is phytochemical bilvanol anacardic acid. And variety, 2 variety are there, Bhallatkam and Nadi Bhallatkam. In Pippali also 4 variety are there, Pippali, Gaja Pippali, Simhali Pippali and Vana Pippali. Next, this is your Aragvada Phalamajja. Aragvada is having the Grahakarma and Chaturangulo Maridu Vrechana. So it is also important. This all the important point you just see. Arogya Shimbi is one of the important synonym of this Aragvada, Acacia fistula Fabaceae family. This is your Vibhitiki. As you can see the diagram, Terminalia bellerica, and this all the important point. It's also known as a Karshaphala or Aksha because this is good for eyes. This is your Amalki, dried fruit pulp of the Amalki. So it can come because this tripla is very important. And Phyllanthus amblica, Phyllanthus family, all important point I've written is Agre Karma, it is a Vyasasthapak, okay. And your Haritki is actually your Pathyana. So this is the difference between these two. And in Haritki, study the Ritu Haritki. I have already shared the one trick. If you don't remember or don't have the trick, you just comment me. I will say give you that trick. And the 7 varieties of Haritki, very important. I have written here, as you can see. Next is your Madanaphala, in which we are using fruit as a official part, Rendia Dumentarum. 2 members are there which having the same Rubiaceae family. One is Manjista, second is your Madanaphala, and it's Prabhava is a Vamana. It's a very best drug for Vamana, and its varieties Madanaphala and Pinditakam. And next one is Gokshura, we are using as fruit is official part, and its botanical name is Tribulus tertius. Its Agre Karma is Gokshura Mutrikrichra Anil Harana, Zygophyllaceae family, and important phytochemical is Rhizome, okay. Next comes the Vidanga, and these are the important point. Vidanga's Prabhava is a Krimighana, very important, okay. And if you want to kill the Krimi, 10 gram you have to give. Next is the seed. From the seed part, first drug is Jyotishmati. As you know, I have here added 2 picture. One is Jyotishmati, one is Bahuji. Don't confuse between these two. Jyotishmati is generally somewhat reddish color, and this is somewhat blackish color, okay, first of all. Then their botanical name I have written Celastus paniculatus, Celestraceae family, and this adulterant is this fruit of Duranta species. Then this is your Bakuchi. It's very good for Shvitra and all. That's why it's having a synonym of Shvitraghani, and Sorelia coralifolia, Fabaceae family. Next, we are using seed as an official part is Kapikachu, also very important. Mucuna prudens, Atmagupta is an important synonym, and Shuka Simbi. Like it's confusion, what will be the Arogya Shimbi, what will the Shuka Simbi. So this kind of synonym you just try to recollect or try to remember again. Then it is generally used in Bhata, Vyadhi, Rasayana and all karma. Next is your Arenda, very important, okay. In exam also it came now. So Arenda is having same phyto like Rasa Panchika like of Vasnabha, Madhurasa, Madhurvipaka, Ushnavirya. And Arenda Mula is Vrishcham and Vadharanam. Its synonym is Uttan Patrakam, Panchungulam, Vyagan, Puchal. Next seed important is Ela. I have written all important point here, and variety are 2, Sthula Ela and Suksham Ela. For bark, first you have to remember is Cinnamon Zelenica Lauraceae family. Second is your this Ashoka. This is the bark of the Ashoka, an important point I have written here. Then your Arjuna, and Arjuna is also okay. You can see it is whitish from the inside, and you know its bark is peeling off and sometimes resembling like of that guava plant. So you can easily remember. Adulterant is Terminalia alata and tomentosa. Next is the Nimba. Nimba you can easily remember. Now I have also the Nimba specimen. I will show you. This is the Nimba. Okay. Azadiracta indica. It's also important. Kutaja is very important, okay. Many time or always it will come, and I have written one thing here. When you capped it on a surface, it will appear as a recurved because it is having a recurved surface. So if you confuse this, then you can put your specimen on the surface and you can find if it is a recurved, it's a Kutaja. Botanical name is Holarina pubescens, or family is Apocynaceae. Next from resin only 3 are there, so surely out of 3 1 will be there. One is the Commiphora Mukul Perseraceae family, your favorite Gugulu. as you see the image, and all the important I have written 5 main variety are there. You just don't forget this variety, okay. Second is your Hingu, Ferula foetida, Apiaceae family. Carnoschulite is used Hinguadi, Tela and all. Adulterant is pebbles, mud and leaves. And the third one is Moch rasa. Actually Moch rasa is the resin of the Shalmali plant, okay. Shalmalia malabarica or Bobax simba. And the last one is Goals. For goal only single plant is there, that is Karkatashringi. So definitely it will be there in your exam. Don't forget Karkatashringi. Its churna we are using 1 to 3 gram. Rasa Panchka is Kashaya Rasa, Katuvipaka, Ushnavirya, and Swasa and Hikka. Its gruel is given. Then its botanical name is Pistacia integrima. Family is Anacardiaceae. Bhallatka and Karkatashringi have same family, Anacardiaceae. These are the synonym and all. So next we have also important points, and that all case study we will see in the second part of the video. Okay, thank you guys.